Alright, so I'm going to be showing you guys one of those games that you'll get where the game is over in about what feels like 3 minutes, right? Usually it's more like 5 minutes. But this one is going to be on Oyster Bay, and it's remarkable that this game was this fast, right? Because Oyster Bay is a gigantic map. It's 1,300 meters, like corner to corner, end to end, which is gigantic for World of Tanks, right? So what I'm going to do is run over to get into this little bush that's like D3 or something like that. Right in this area, it's really, really good for spotting the enemy team. It's arguably the best spot to spot the enemy team. I'm not going to say it's really, really great, actually. But it's arguably the best spot on Oyster Bay to spot the enemy team passively. The other two bush options are these ones, but I just don't like these because I feel like once you get up here, if you do get spotted, it's much harder to get out. Like here you can just pull down, but this one you have to like run all the way down into this like little ditch area over here, and it's not worth it in my opinion. So I just come over to here. You can see the EBR is trying to take this area, and he's already lit, man, and that's why I just don't like going over there, right? So we're going to be trying to spot the enemy team here. I'm doing okay so far, but we just have a weird deployment, right? Like I have spotted a few people, but we're just not really getting much out of this, and I think the deployment is kind of weird. And what you're going to find out is that, just like I did, this game is going to be over very quickly. So I'm reading that already. I'm already coming back. You can see that there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tanks over here, it looks like, or something like that. 9 tanks over here. Everyone has pretty much been spotted on the map except the one Nashorn on their team. So I'm reading this and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm just running away. I already know that what's going to happen on this map, guys. Less than 2 minutes into this game, so like a minute and a half into this game. This is why I'm really emphasizing this, because I want to show you guys what I do when a game just doesn't go your way at all, right? Because there's sometimes people that will comment on my channel that they say, yeah, Mike, you know, Whirls. My name's Mike, by the way, guys. I've even put that, I believe, in the description. But people will come to me and say, dude, like, I get into games and a minute and a half into the game, the game's over. Like, what do I do? This is what you have to do, guys. I don't even care, like, what people say about this. This is what you're going to have to do, okay? You have to run away, right? Find a bush or, like, some ridge line that you can go to basically camp it out, and that's what you have to do. No exceptions, guys. There is no exception to this rule. I'm telling you, like, if this happens, you have to go back and do damage. There's nothing else you can do. Well, light tank, you should go spot. Spot for who? The team is going to be dead in the first 2 minutes of the game, man. Prototype's already gone. M4 sitting in the back here. This game's over, guys. The team's dead. Like, everyone's dead. The game's over, man. If you get into a situation like this, Whirls, what do I do, man? A minute and a half into the game, like, I'm having to retreat, and I can't mark my tanks, man. Welcome to my world, man. The same crap happens to me, guys. That's why I'm going to show you these realistic games, right? We've lost this whole side of the map. It's gone. Finito, GG, whatever you want to call it, man. This is a GG. So I come all the way back here. By the way, Chris from my clan is in the WZ131. So I'm targeting him. I'm saying hello to him, and I'm trying to target someone else because I don't want to pick on him. But I'm trying to hit the Hellcat here. Trying to just hit someone, man. Just try and find someone to shoot that's soft that I can target, right? So I get the T-37 here. I'm going to clean him up, and game's over, guys, right? This game is done. There's just no way we're going to bring this back. We're down 4K HP. It's impossible, man. If their team is anything close to decent even, we've lost this one, right? So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to try and use this bush here, but even then, there's people behind me that still have shots, right? Because by some miracle, the E-75 has still pushed in. I don't know how this happened, but the E-75 pushed in through the middle pathway here, and all 3 of my guys decide they want to push the base. And this is what I mean. Like, you're just going to get teams like this sometimes, man. Like, all 3 of these guys are pushing. They're now trying to, I guess, target the E-75, but it's like, why wouldn't you just come back? Like, why are you guys going all the way around? Like, it just doesn't seem smart to me at all. But it is what it is, man. So now I'm in a predicament where I'm not even safe on this corner because we didn't even win this side of the map. These guys just let everybody through, and it's 11-3, man. Hellcat's whacking me here. I'm trying to get a couple more shots into the Boris before I go down. I'm able to hit him once. I'm like, at this point, this guy comes out, and I'm thinking he's going to ram me. I'm like, great, I can get some ramming damage, and then he stops. Like, who does this, man? Who does this? Like, if this is you guys, unsubscribe. For real. Like, what's up with that, bro? Like, this guy, it's 13-4, man, and this guy is coming in and doesn't even want to ram me. Like, come on, man, give me some damage at that point, right? Nah, I'm just playing, guys. But I mean, still, it's just like, dude, it's so frustrating because what else are you supposed to do, right? Like, you need to do damage, and I'm totally with you guys on this, and sometimes the games are just like this, and this is why I want to show you this game, man, and game was over in the first 2 minutes, guys. Run away, find a spot that you can do good damage from, do good damage from it, retreat again, find another good spot that you could do some damage from, die, and get into the next game, and don't complain about it, just move on, right? So that's the game on Oyster Bay. Again, a very quick one. Shout out to Chris on the enemy team. He played it pretty well, and he reached out to me after the end of the game, but it's like, it's pretty easy for him, right? Like, I've been on that team as well that stomps the enemy team 15-2, right? So it's just a matter of which team you get put on, and I was just on that team. I was just on the losing team this time around, but we still managed to get 1,132 damage out of this, right? And that's remarkable considering that we were second by damage, second by experience, and we had a kill, right? The IS-2 was the only other guy that actually did more damage than me. Everyone else was below 1,000 damage, man. So 4 people do 0 damage on our team, and it's just like, this is the reality of the game, man. There are a lot of average players on my team. You can't like get mad at people, and it's like 15 players to a team, right? Like, who are you going to get mad at, man? Like, pretty much my whole team was just not that great, and their team was pretty good. So wargaming does not balance by skill. Just always keep that in mind, guys, when you get into these games. Don't get frustrated, you know. And there you go. My time of instruction was 4.5 minutes. The battle was only a little over 5 minutes, and it was decided in the first, I would argue, 1.5 minutes of the game. So there you go. I hope that this is kind of informative, and it's showing you the real games, because I get them too, guys. But this is what you're going to have to do. I don't care what anyone says in the chat. A light tank, you should be spotting. Spotting for who? Like, who would you want me to spot for? Like, there's nobody to spot for. The team is dead already. So I don't care what people say in the chat, man. No one was really rude in the chat that I saw in this game. But if someone's doing that to you, and like, it's like 2 minutes into the game and it's already like 1-6 or 1-7, and you've lost an entire side of the map, like, you can try and on some maps to spot the people that are coming in, but at the end of the day, man, like, you have to do some kind of damage or some kind of, you know, you have to do something to boost your combined score, and at that point it might as well be damage, because there's really nobody to spot for anymore. The one example I can say where that might not be the case is Muravanka, especially if you lose the forest, because you can sit in a bush, and if people are actually going to support you, you can get thousands of spotting. So it kind of depends on the map, but in this game, you guys can see, like, there was no support there. Like, we were done for. So run back, guys, to answer your questions. Like, what the heck are you supposed to do in these situations? Run back, find a ridge line or something like that to get some more shots off, and then retreat again. One more time, you saw me do that again, and get a few more shots off and just die. And hope that someone is going to ram you at the end. Like, this Borisk, man, this Borisk really made me mad. Like, he fakes a ram on me. Like, who does that, man? When it's literally like the team is losing by 13 tanks or whatever it was, man. These people, man. Anyway, I'll catch you guys for the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.